We really are all in this together, and it means making adjustments to our lives, and sometimes it's not always easy. Our favorite life coach is with us this morning to give us some advice. Welcome, Leah Rasnick. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good, as our new definition of good is now, right? Holding my own, treading water, keeping my groundedness in.
Our lives were, stopped abruptly, and I don't think we're accustomed to that kind of atmosphere, are we?
That's for sure. We are trying ourselves to manage the emotion of all this. Denial, we're trying to survive. Like, this can't be happening. What can I do to change it? Frustration, anger, fear, sadness, and then this need to continue our lives. And yet the need to take care of our families and make space for people in small spaces, or at least smaller than we're used to. There's a lot of frustration, maybe depression coming in, all kinds of emotion.
Our families are certainly spending more time together, and while that's good, it does have its consequences.
Have a little household meeting. Everyone, all ages. Talk a little bit about how you're feeling and what you need to accomplish that day, what you might need personally. Talk about if you're feeling like you need a little personal space, or you're tired, you need a nap, or you need some exercise, or you need to have some fun, or you need some creative expression, or you have work to do, or a child might have homework to do. Talk about food prep. Talk about mealtime. Structure your time in your house and in your life so that you have a ground into something that you can count on.
Well, and it also means a new way to deal with pressure, and to really kind of maybe step back and think before you speak.
Joe, perspective, being able, exactly what you're saying, exactly. Being able to, what we need to do now is develop the ability to stop before we react. We're living closer together, and we have a higher level of stress in a lot of ways. So can we develop, that's what meditation is, even without meditating. Can we develop the ability to pause before we react, to take a breath? Because what you're talking about, perspective, so that we can look at it a little differently, is going to be what it's going to take for us not only to get through this, but then to rebuild our world when the time comes in a really intelligent way.
So how do we really deal with that? Because we all need our own personal space. We all need our own think time. And so how do you communicate that to others in the family without offending?
As a first advice is to let ourselves feel our feelings and know that they're normal. Give yourself space, first and foremost, for feeling what we feel, which is sometimes undescribable and something that we never have felt before. We need to let ourselves know that these kinds of overwhelming feelings, whatever they are normal at this time. That's going to give us some space to feel it. And then let's bring in, even though we're suffering, let's bring in gratitude. Let's remember that some families, depending upon who you are, may be living in a 12 by 12 space. It might be hard for all of us to be isolated, but be grateful for what you have. If you have food, if you have shelter, if you have your family with you. We have to kind of, without negating our feelings, we have to remember that this is an unprecedented time in the world, and an opportunity for us to do some deep inner work, some deep work on our own, how we've been, where our value system is, where our attention is going. My suggestion is to move slowly. Give yourself patience and give the people around you your patience. Developing patience, subtlety, and letting yourself be vulnerable is really a key right now.
Well, some good advice and something that we all need to practice. We don't know for how long, or maybe it really is a life change for all of us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Joe. Good luck to you and everyone. And thank you for bringing the aspect of the news that is about us, our human experience. It's really valuable. I appreciate it, and I know the audience does too.
Well, we appreciate you. Stay safe.
Thank you.